Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway.
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Down the sideline he goes. He may go.
Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers are on the board first here in Vegas. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Let's go.
A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. To throw is Perkins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And it's a Packers touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Willis will look to throw on first down. It gets it right back to Mayer.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Andy Janovich from a yard out.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
In motion right is Jones.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Love. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun. Love. This one swung out here to Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
That's taken in by Watson.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the option, it's Jones.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Love now. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Jones.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, after last week where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Maybe they give him another shot. We'll see.
Well, I would think so. I think he's built up that type of equity, but the guys on the other side of the ball know it too.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Throwing is Perkins. Touchdown! Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Looking deep for Adams. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Quick slant to Watson. He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Love. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Perkins.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Glove. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They go play action with Willis.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Liking 18. Hustle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
How about this?
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Ready up. 10 cycles.
They'll try again with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we are off to Orlando
Final
now to check
adjustments
in
being
with
made
Jonathan
for the
Coachman
second
and
half.
our EA
Whether they'll
Sports
amount to much in a game
report.
that's
Coach?
already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll...
He's got him in, complete. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinals.
Willis out of the gun.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
3rd and long for Love. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Willis to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football. I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap to Willis.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Let's go now. Hustle.
Play action. Willis.
Rolling to his right. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Vegas.
43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They will run the draw with Jacobs.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
18 Rattler.
Here's Willis.
Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Panther 11, Panther 19 tight, 19 tight.
On third down, it's Willis.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Ready.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Once again, it's Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Warriors 70.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Ready, set.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come 19, come 19.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
12, 10.
Play fake. Here's Love. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. On second down, it's Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 29-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now Willis to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White.
They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go now.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
19, target.
To throw, here's Willis. Aiming for Jacobs, he's got him, reeling it in on the out route.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Hey.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
60. Check it.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Carlson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Come on, set!
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go, set!
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go!
In it to win it.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Green Bay, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get